Good morning, welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing well wherever watching me from around the world. Please subscribe, share and like this video. So today I want to talk about our Kenyan universities. They are going through difficult times. You have heard this funding model, though it's causing learners a lot of problems. Some of them, a good number have not even reported after, I don't know, especially the public universities, because of the strikes, they're even in exams, and students never reported most of the first years. And then you also have this issue of, I don't know, it's called what? Have this issue of lecturer strikes, isn't it? So there's a lot of problems in our Kenyan public universities, and even the education sector, higher education sector is in problems because of the funding model. That's why I'm saying Kenyan universities should be closed. Yes, Kenyan universities should be closed because it's called what? The way people are being run is not running well. Because when I was young, I used to hear universities students would get, I don't know, something called some small stipend per month. That's $5. That's like 50,000 of Kenyan shillings, current exchange rate, isn't it? So now, fast forward now, that was in the 80s and 90s under the leadership of the late President Daniel Arap Moi. He was criticized for not being a good ruler because of human rights and then also things of corruption. But when you look at it, the current regime of President Ruto has messed up the higher education. So we have a problem. They have talked about the poor funding models, lecturer strikes, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Kenya universities should be closed. And the reason I'm saying should be closed, I mean that all the stakeholders need to sit down and reevaluate the way the universities are set up now. Is it good for us or not good for us? And me as Professor Maima, I say it's not good for us because look at this. Majority of people who are called in public universities have a problem paying the fees. The fees are too expensive, and then also the private universities are dying because they are not getting students, which means there's a big underlying problem, which means people cannot afford this education. And even the ones who go to public have a problem. I don't know, it's called the HELB. They have no, it's called the Higher Education Loans Board, which gives students loans so that they can fund their higher education, isn't it? But now, though it stands, those institutions, they are saying they don't have money. And then also paying lecturers salaries is a big problem because also universities are relying on the exchequer. And the government, though it is now, it's saying it's under loans. It's like having your house and you don't have, your salary has gone down, but you have loans to pay. So the moment you pay the bills and loans, you have nothing in your pocket. So even the family cannot eat, cannot dress well. Yes, that's why I'm saying Kenya universities should be closed. So now, what needs to be done? We should ask ourselves, should universities teach all courses? Or should we go like the way the developed countries do, like America, the universities that teach specifically sciences, they teach medicine, they teach engineering, they teach maths, you understand? Or the STEM, they call them the STEM courses. So that's what I'm saying. Kenyan universities should be closed down. We need to categorize our universities according to those categories, and then we also have arts universities. I've talked about sciences, engineering, medicine, I don't know, maths, physics, those are sciences, isn't it? Then you have the arts, then you have business schools. Once you have done that, universities that are teaching too many courses will start to focus on what they can teach. And then another two, in a specific geographical area, like me, I live in Kajiado, you find like 7 universities in one place going for the same students. This is not sustainable. Universities need to be fewer. You can pass a law where you say in a particular area, maybe in a certain kilometer, there should be a certain number of universities, which will mean many public universities will need to be merged so that we just have one in an area. Then more public, private will also open. They'll be focusing on arts, I don't know, on business studies and things like those, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. Kenyan universities should be closed down. Then another problem we have is this, is called what? Lecturer salaries, where the universities use part-timers who are paid close to nothing. That should stop. Universities should either have full-time staff, but should not, and even if they use part-timers, they should pay them good salaries. That one they can sit down and reorganize. Because I've always believed Kenya universities are not, they're playing, it's called what? They're playing they're playing below their standards. They're playing below their league. You see, like in South African universities, what they do, they do this virtual learning. Like there's this one called UNISA. Even all of them, they have virtual learning, which brings in millions of dollars, hundreds millions of dollars. So that ensures the university can pay its wages, its salaries very well. Then now, if Kenyan universities copied that model, we have certain courses like these short ones, diploma, I don't know, certificate, going virtually. That will mean that our it's called what? Our lecturers, our staff will be paid well. So they won't have this problem of strikes because of low pay. Because as it stands now, I don't know how this came to be. Because public universities are considered parastatals. So the government is obliged to pay the salaries of the staff. It used to be good when it used to be few universities, but now there are too many. Public, I don't know, there are nearly even, I don't know how many. There are too many. So if our universities will focus on virtual learning to get more students, one, also research. So that will come in with the Kenyan government. Kenyan government should find a way of running Kenya like a business, which should be production, which should be manufacturing, so that now, once that is done, the country is earning money and can even now fund things like research. Look at what is happening in artificial intelligence in America. Donald Trump, the same Donald Trump that people hate, has put, is it 500 billion dollars. That is, I don't know, that's like 50 trillion. That's enough money. That's like nearly to $1 trillion. If we were to put it in Kenyan money, that would be 100 trillion. I don't know. That is enough to run the whole of Africa for, I don't know, even 20 years. This is the money they're putting in artificial intelligence. The future is artificial intelligence. That our Kenyan universities should be in the forefront. And you cannot start that if you don't have things like virtual learning, I don't know what, research that focuses on digital world. The future is digital. So like now, these people who are doing YouTube, what they don't know is that they are creating an audience for future. Maybe you are now 30 years or 40 or even 50. If you do this YouTube consistently for the next 5, 10 years, you'll have over even 10,000 subscribers. So in future, if you start something, whether it's online learning, whether it's a podcast, you'll have people. You won't start from zero. You have people who can help you. That's where we are talking about. Kenya universities need to be closed. They need to, first of all, change the funding model so that students can have free university education. And then they should also invest in digital learning to earn more money. They should also help do what? Do research to earn more money. Digital learning, research, more money for students through free university education from nursery to high, it's called university level. There should be free education in Kenya. Those are the points. And then also stop relying too much on part-timers, have more full-time staff, and also even if you use part-timers, you paid them well. That's what I'm talking about. So this is the Professor Maima show. I want to pray for you watching me that you have a long life and your dreams become reality, become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. And also you pray for Kenya to be rich and prosperous and to have wise leaders. Yes. I also pray for myself to be rich and prosperous. Yes. And keep on supporting our channel by subscribing and sharing. And as I always say, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.